Mecha Prime is honestly such a fun trait to talk about because it has so many interactions, and unbeknown to a lot of players, you can min-max this trait to an insane degree. So let me show you some strategies surrounding this trait that are likely going to get abused in the upcoming regionals for the World Championship. First up, let's start with something super simple. Have you ever been in a position where you have the mecha trait active, but you don't want to sacrifice your units anymore? Maybe you were playing Draven and you would prefer to disable the Prime just for a few rounds, or maybe you're in a spot where you found a Leona 2-star and you would rather play Garen and Leona instead of sacrificing one of them. The solution for this is extremely simple. If you want to reset the Mecha Prime trait, all you have to do is put in a new Mecha unit on your board, make this unit into the Prime, and then remove it from the board again. This allows you to fully reset the trait and activate it again at a more convenient time. Next, let's talk about my currently favorite strategy in set 8.5, which is the Sniper Leona. At this point, you are probably aware that Leona is capable of casting from the backline if she starts with full mana. Did you also know that the unit she will target is based around the unit that you would path towards to auto attack? This allows you to create a setup where you intentionally create specific holes in your front line to snipe the enemy tank. If you want to be even more fancy, then you can block your first row in a way that makes her focus on the side units. Do you hate Lulu? How about setting up your front line to make Leona ult this Lulu in the second row at the start of the fight? This Leona strategy is pretty sweet, but in a lot of situations, Leona is supposed to be your front line, so she kinda does often have the Mecha Prime and is positioned in the first row. In this type of setup, it's a bit weird to have her start in the back line. Nevertheless, you can still min-max a frontline Leona. It's quite common to give her Protector's Vow, as it is a very strong item on her. It makes her cast very early into the fight, and it has great synergy with the bonus HP from Mecha Prime. Yet I feel something that is missed by a lot of players is how valuable it can be for your frontline Leona to start with full mana as well. Let's say you have a Protector's Vow and a redemption on her. In this fight, she will transform into the Mecha Prime, then do 1 or even 2 attacks to gain the remaining mana until she finally starts her cast. If Leona starts with full mana, she will prioritize casting her ability before the Mecha Prime transformation. So even taking a random tier item out of the carousel can be surprisingly powerful to get her to cast when the combat starts and don't waste any valuable time. Let's wrap up this video with a cute little play you can do if you're playing traits like Infiniteam or have the Mirror Image Hero Augment. You can use the Mecha Prime sacrifices to block specific hexes to manipulate the spawn of cloned units. For example, in this game, I ended up placing them in a way to make my Infiniteam Garen spawn in the second row. Obviously, this has very limited uses, but I figured it's a fun tidbit to share. Which one was your personal favorite? Let me know in the comments. I hope you learned something, and see you next time.